I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Sorry about that. Couldn't see any comments at all. That shit was frustrating as hell. Let me know if y'all are back. Where you at? I'm back, baby. I'm back. My bad. I could not see none of y'all. I couldn't see any of y'all. I was like, I am I just talking to myself? Yes, I see your comments. Yes. Hopefully this doesn't malfunction again like it did earlier. Because I mean, there were no comments at all. I'm like, damn. I see there's people in here. Ain't nobody saying nothing. Am I just talking to myself? Like, what's going on? Jamie, what up? Welcome. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Y'all, man. What are y'all doing, fam? So y'all gonna come here and y'all ain't gonna hit that like button, though? You ain't gonna hit that like button, though? You ain't gonna hit that subscribe button if you haven't already? What are we doing? What are we doing? You know, in order to crack the code, we gotta crack the algorithm. We gotta crack that thing somehow, some way. We gotta make it about the hood someday. You know what I'm saying? See, that pisses me off, man. That pisses me off. There was a lot of comments I couldn't see none of them shits. Thank you. Thank you. It's good to be back. It's good to actually see y'all. See, that's what's been tripping me out this whole time. I'm like, where the fuck did the people go? I'm like, damn. Y'all just ain't interested in nothing I said this whole time. I've been talking for over an hour, not one comment. What the hell is going on? What is going on up in this motherfucker? The Matrix is trying to stop us, fam. They're trying to stop us from communicating. They really don't want us to fucking change the game. They don't want us to change the code. Wonder why. Yeah, it has. It has. See, these motherfuckers are fucking with me. They're fucking with me. They're fucking with us. This is why I talk about this hyper-normalization shit. See, the thing is, they get away with plausible deniability. They love to hit the like button. That like button. They love to pretend like they know what the hell they're doing. They know what the hell they're talking. Thank you. They love to they love to pretend like they know what they're talking about, and in reality, they always demonstrate they don't know shit about fuck, right? And that is the reason why they have to engage in all this censorship. That's why we had to transfer over from TikTok to here. And now think about it. All the things that I've been talking about today, the things I've been talking about the past couple of weeks since I started doing this again on YouTube, I don't know. You would think if I was saying any of this shit on TikTok, I would have been banned 22 times today. It should not be this difficult for us to communicate. The fact that we can communicate is one of the hallmarks of being a human being, of being in this advanced civilization. That's why we even have civilization. That's why we've been able to expand all around the world like we have. That's how we've been able to develop all the things that we've done, all the innovations that we've made, all of the technologies that we've innovated, that we've created, all of the different societies, all the different motor vehicles, and all the different fucking tools that allow us to communicate and understand reality as much as possible. That's why we have all of these search engines. We have all these apps, all this data. We're so data driven because we want to understand more and more and more and more. And yet we've created a society that doesn't want to understand. They want to understand less and less and less and less. They want to pull bullshit out of their ass and assert it as fact. And if you dare question them, they want to start getting angry. How dare you question me? Don't you understand it's my faith? Don't you understand it's my faith? Don't you understand my faith? My faith, my faith, my faith, my faith. Yeah, I do. I do. It's called delusion. When you decide that you're gonna not understand shit and pretend you do, that's delusional. You need psychological help, because if you actually understood the shit, first you will understand that you need to hit that like button. Stop playing games with me. There's a couple snakes in this world. And also, you will understand that if you wanted us to accept what you claim is true, you should be able to demonstrate it. See, the great programmers in the fucking sky, they've done the work to understand. That's why they were able to program the sky to begin with. Yeah, tick toxic. I love that. Hate that shit. Can't wait till they get banned. Fuck them. Exactly, Jamie. Like, there's so much more that we can do in terms of our infrastructure, in terms of our ability to communicate, our power levels. Like, I don't know about you, right? I'm trying to get over 9,000. What? Over 9,000? Yes, over 9,000. That's what we should be trying to do. Why limit ourselves to 9,000? Why can't we go to infinity and beyond? I thought Buzz Lightyear said to infinity and beyond. See, y'all weren't thinking. They were trying to tell you that we can go beyond infinity. Merrick, what's good? What's good? Welcome, welcome. Hit that like button. You want to say hello? Hit that like button. See, Merrick, here's the thing. Let me just break it down to you, because I think this is the first time I've seen you here. Welcome. You have now entered the no cap zone. And what do we know about the no cap zone, ladies and gentlemen? We have a strict dress code here. No capping allowed. So you can miss me with that capping shit. You can move around if you want to insist upon capping in the no cap zone. The only... Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I am idiot. You are idiot. What the fuck is an idiot? Merrick, speak English, fam. What are you? I know you are, but one of mine. I know you are, but one of mine. I know you are, but one of mine. Really? That's what we're doing, fam? That's what we're doing? Hit that like button. Stop playing with me. Knock it off with that capping shit, or you will be removed. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button and stop playing with me. See, this is what we have to deal with as a society, right? We have to deal with people who absolutely actively work against our ultimate goals. They don't even want to help us decide what our ultimate goals should be. They want to be disruptive. They want to be harmful. They want to be hurtful. They want to be on that trolling shit. That is one of the biggest issues we have to deal with as a society, that we have to deal with a bunch of these trolls all over the place. NPCs and trolls. People that want to contribute nothing and pretend like they do, and people who are actively working against our aims at improving and evolving so that we can become a Kardashev Type 1 civilization and beyond. These are the people who don't want to go to infinity or beyond. They want to stay right the fuck here. They want to keep it right here just like this because of the lols. They do it for the lols. The lols is so funny. The lols, the lols, the lols. What the fuck is this? 4chan? I thought We were trying to figure out what the hell is going on here. What the hell is all of this shit? What is this universe cosmos shit? What the hell is it? Is it a simulation? Is it a simulation? Are we living in a simulation? If this is a simulation, then how do we figure it out? How do we beat the game so that we can move on to the next level? Because I'm trying to fucking platinum this shit. The only problem is this game that we're playing right now doesn't make any fucking sense. This motherfucker still ain't hit the like button. The hell is wrong with you? Push the goddamn button. That's why I asked, what are we trying to do? What is it that we are trying to do? What is it that we are hoping to accomplish as a human race, as American citizens? I thought we were trying to be the greatest nation on earth. I thought we were the greatest nation on earth. Well, if we're so great, then why the hell do they want to make it so difficult for us to communicate, for us to work together interdependently with synergy so that we can create a well-functioning society for ourselves? Why has this become the most difficult aspect of human life? Why do we walk around in this hyper-normalistic bullshit where everything is superficial and fake as fuck? We're pretty much just like a simulation on top of a simulation that doesn't exist on the simulation that does exist. I'm confused. Ali, welcome. Hit that fucking like button. Hit the 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 button. Soda Pop, welcome. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. A word? Alright. Bye. Bye. Ali, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. You, hit the like button. Ali, you, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Oh, no? So you're just gonna not hit the like button? Alright. Bye. Bye. Nice try. Better luck next time. You died. Game over. You gotta hit restart. Maybe you can load from the last save. Try again. Try again, motherfucker. Try again, mother. I can't get jiggy with this bullshit. I can't get jiggy with this bullshit. That's why we gotta go back to the drawing board. That's why we gotta go back to the source code, because these motherfuckers don't know what the hell they're talking about. They're coming around, faking the funk, pretending, acting like they care about reality, acting like they care about the truth. And all they want to do is obscure the truth. They want to muddy the waters. They want to pretend like they know what the hell they're talking about, when in reality, they don't know shit about fuck. They are contributing absolutely nothing to society. They are contributing absolutely nothing to humanity's progress. That's why it becomes so difficult for us to progress, because these people are doing everything possible to prevent it as much as possible. They're doing everything possible to stand in the way, to ensure that we can't progress, because they love it here. They think that here where we are right now, this is perfect. It is wonderful. We don't need to do any better. We don't need to improve upon it at all. Just keep it like this. Keep it like this. Keep it like this. Keep it right here. Just keep it just like this. See, those people, they got theirs. They got their nirvana. They think, hey, where I am doing wonderful. It can't get no better than this. And I venture to ask, why do you think that? Come to my neighborhood. It totally could get better than this. Oh, but see, you want to shield yourself from my neighborhood. You don't want to come around these parts because you know what the hell can happen. Because you really deep down inside know, you really know it ain't all peaches and roses out here. And that even in your wonderful fucking podunk little town, Shit can get incredibly real. We see it all the time. We see it all over the world, everywhere. It don't matter where you are. Even in the nicest parts of town, you could be the one suffering from a very unfortunate night. Where are y'all at? I ain't seen nobody say nothing until after. Come on, Ollie, you can do better than that. Clearly, he could not. She can. Whoever it was, I don't want to assume their gender, but I just want to ensure that this chat isn't on that bullshit again, because I'm not seeing no more new comments. Okay, there we go. There we go. Just making sure. I need to know you're alive, people. I need to know you're real people. That you're here in the flesh together with me so that we can continue on this thing called life to understanding. What I said seems dead on. When's the last advancement or anything major that contributes? Precisely. See, that's the problem. We don't think big at all. Down in Georgia. That's what's up. I was actually down in Georgia like a year or so ago. Y'all love some theism down there, boy. I swear to God, y'all got churches and churches all over the place. What I'm trying to understand is how these churches are helping us to improve our societies in any tangible, meaningful way. What does that even mean to improve in a tangible, meaningful way? See, that's why I talk about becoming a Kardashev Type 1 civilization, because if we're not working towards that, then what the fuck are we doing? What exactly are we doing, and why is that a good idea? Why is it not a good idea to push towards actual improving and evolving? Oh, you're in Texas. I know y'all love some Jesus down there. Y'all love y'all self some Jesus. Y'all pray for rain down there. What the hell is wrong with y'all? Oh yeah, it's hot as fuck down there. I hear there's a lot of other hot things down there as well. No, my family, I got a family down in San Antonio. They all moved down there from right up here. Because that's how hot it gets up here. See, it might be hot as fuck for y'all down there. It gets hot as fuck up here too. In other ways though. Yeah, I bet there is. I bet it's the safest, most wonderful place to live in too. See, this is why we got to change the game, because it is abundantly clear that this game is glitching out, is barely functional, and it's not fun at all. See, games are supposed to be fun. That's what I thought. I love playing games. I love it when I'm playing a fun game. It has great functionality. You press the jump button and it jumps right on time every time. No latency, no fucking, glitch errors, bullshit. Every time you get to the motherfucking ledge and you press A, he just falls off. It doesn't actually do the jump motion. Frustrating the fuck out of you for no fucking reason. Make you want to rage quit. What the? Yeah. That's the kind of civilization we have now. It's not fun at all. In fact, it's scary as fuck because you never know what the hell can happen. You can be walking down the street like, you know what? Let me go get me some now and laters real quick. I got a real fucking sugar rush right now. I got a real taste for some candy, and that could be your last walk. Oh my God. Let's talk about that, Jamie. Let's talk about that. See, this is one of the issues with having a hyper-capitalist, plutocratic, oligarchical, kistocratic, kleptocratic, gerontocratic, theocratic, techno-feudalist corporatocracy. We pretty much have this game now. We have this game where we have all of these, what do you call it? You have the in-game currency. You have the fucking, what do they call it? Like, pay-to-play season fucking passes and shit, in-game purchases, you know what I'm saying? Everything is about money. You gotta pay for every aspect of everything, and half that shit ain't even worth it. Why we gotta pay to play? Why we gotta pay to live? We gotta pay to live, but then you don't want to give me money so that I can be able to afford to live? We literally live in a society where a third, let me repeat that, a third of Americans experience north of $10,000 of, at least, that's the minimum, of medical debt. A third of Americans. You have to pay literally to live. You have to pay to live. And not only that, your insurance company can say, you know what? Fuck that treatment shit. You don't get that shit. That's not covered by our plan. But guess what? You're still going to pay us money because what the fuck else can you do? But we don't have to pay a dime. In fact, our leaders, the wonderful leaders who think that Medicare for all is a fucking pipe dream, they get health care for the rest of their lives for free, for life, free for life. Socialism for them, capitalism for us. Funny how that works. I did not see you say none of that shit earlier at all. I didn't see shit. All I saw was Maya said 100, 100, 100, and that was it. I didn't know y'all was still here. I was just talking to myself at that point because I didn't see none of y'all. A car crashed straight through a storefront window right in front of you. You'd be legless. Yeah. Uh-huh. That shit is crazy how that shit happens. Yeah. I got all kinds of stories like that. One time I was driving the wrong way down the highway on some dumb shit. Check this out. So I'm in Michigan. I'm from Chicago. I'm glad too, Maya. I'm glad too. That's why you're here. See, this is the crazy thing about life. Crazy shit happens all the time. Rare shit happens all the time. That's what's so crazy about life. You see rare things. Oh, it's so rare, but we see rare things happen all the time. That's why we're going to succeed. Because we're going to do the thing that hasn't been done before. But check it out. I was driving the wrong way down the highway in Michigan. I had no idea where I was going. I didn't have a smartphone. This was before Google Maps. This is before I had Google Maps. This was literally back in 2011. It's late at night. It's raining. It's dark. I don't know where the fuck I'm going. All I know is that I live on Leonard Street in Grand Rapids. But I don't know where the fuck I'm going. I literally have no idea. So I make a turn at what I think is Leonard Street when it's really a cul-de-sac to a house that's been vacant for who knows how long. So when I come back out, I go back out the wrong way on the highway. So I was just coming, let's just say east. Now I'm driving west. But I'm on the same side. So I'm driving. I'm thinking, did I fuck up? Nah. Until I seen a bunch of headlights heading directly towards me. And I'm like, oh shit. I done fucked up bad. Oh my God. What the fuck am I gonna do? So first in my mind, I'm like, okay, people, please move on. Just move over. Move over, just move over. My bad. They're not moving over. What the fuck is wrong with these people? How could they be so stupid? They don't want to move over. Well, I am the idiot driving the wrong way to begin with, but how could these people not just move over? So the cars are coming closer and closer. I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck am I gonna do? Is this gonna be it right here, right now? Could this be how it happens? Like this crazy shit? So I'm like, no, I have to take control. I have to find the solution right now, right fucking now. So I'm driving. The cars are coming closer. I'm getting close to them. They're coming closer to me. I'm trying to figure out, what the fuck do I do? To my right, I end up seeing one of those fucking turns where it says, do not turn here. I turned there. And it came up at the last minute. Whew! Turned at just the right time. I left unscathed. Oh, by the way, it wasn't my car. I was driving somebody else's car. So I could have told their fucking shit. But I turned where I shouldn't have turned, which allowed me to go on the correct side of the highway. No harm, no foul. Isn't life crazy? Life is fucking crazy. That's what's so scary. The thought, we survived. Me and Silk survived. But we know countless others who don't survive. Who end up getting it the worst. Who end up experiencing the worst of the worst. I see videos all the time. One thing I make sure to do on the regular basis, well, I won't say regular basis, but at least once a year, I watch a bunch of gore videos. I end up having a night where I'm like, okay, we're going to do it. We're going to see the worst of the worst of the worst. Just so we can be assured of reality. Jay, welcome back. Hit that fucking like button. I'm not going to replay the story until you hit the like button. That like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit the like! Thank you. Thank you. And whoever else is here, hit the like. If we want to crack the code, we have to crack the algorithm first. But thank you. All right, so the story was this, right? So Silk said that he had some crazy situation where he almost died. I had a crazy situation where I almost died. Long story short, this was before I had a smartphone, before I had fucking Google Maps, right? Fucking, I was in Michigan. I didn't say this earlier. So I was a valet. Back in 2011, I was a valet. We had to work at some spot. I had no idea how I got there. I got lost on the way there in the first place. I had to stop and ask somebody for directions just to get to the spot. We worked the spot, and then now I got to go back to the crib. I was staying with these guys that I met through one of my friends from college. Long story short, I'm driving on the highway, don't know where the fuck I'm going, right? All I know is that in Grand Rapids, I live on a street called Leonard. So I'm driving and I see a sign for what I thought is the exit to Leonard. And in reality, it was just a cul-de-sac off the side of the highway. Oh, hell yeah, we definitely doing that. Right after the fucking live here, we're going in there. We're going to kick it, chill, hang out. So if you haven't already, join the Discord. Effective immediately, we're doing meetups in the Discord. Immediately after the lives on YouTube. We're going to do watch-alongs, going to shoot the shit. I'm going to grab my mic and y'all going to hear my beautiful voice in much higher quality than my phone. And yeah, hell yeah. So anyway, so I'm on, I leave out the exit to this cul-de-sac, to this abandoned house. So I'm like, fuck, well, this is definitely not where I'm trying to go. So I come out of the cul-de-sac and I turn the opposite way of the way I was just coming. So now I'm on the wrong side of the fucking highway. Long story short, the cars are coming towards me, and I got to figure out fast what the fuck to do. So, at the last minute, I see this motherfucking strip of land to my right that where they have the sign that says, "Do not cross here." Well, I ignored their advice, and I crossed there. And I just so happened to miss having a head-on collision at 60, 70, 80 miles an hour on the highway. So I survived, and so I'm here. So that was the story. I survived driving the wrong way down the highway. And that was in response to Silk's story earlier about how he survived a situation where a car came smashing through a convenience store or some shit where he was at. Could have destroyed his legs. Oh no, he was walking to work and a car crashed straight through the storefront window right in front of him. Nina, what's up? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hit that like button, please. Thank you. Thank you. Please. Thank you. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe and notification bell so you can be notified whenever we're doing lives or upload new content. You know how it goes on YouTube. What up, though? But yeah, we're living in the great simulation, right? If we assume that reality is a simulation, if we say for the sake of argument that reality is a simulation, then all these things were meant to happen, basically. These things were bound to happen because that's what the code of the simulation was. We see horrible things happen all the time to good people. We see wonderful things happen to terrible people. And so, in our quest to understand why these things happen, we have the best tool available that allows us to figure it out as much as possible, the scientific method. That's why we are so focused on the scientific method. That's why we love the sciences, because it actually helps us to get to the bottom of understanding all of this shit. Yeah, that's the thing that's crazy about life, Silk. Sometimes it happens like that. Sometimes those very subtle things can be the fucking difference between life and death. That's why we talk about things like the butterfly effect, because one small thing can have such a huge impact. One small little thing, it could be the smallest thing, the smallest, as small as a human hair, can have immense amounts of effects. Who knows what the fuck happened? You might have been like, oh shit, I forgot my fucking wallet. And that could have been the thing. That could have been the difference between you being here now, being a patron of mine, being on this live right now, being in the motherfucking Discord, and you being in a fucking box. And that's the fragility of life. That's the fragility of reality that so many people fear so much, which is why they subscribe to these ideologies, because we all are aware of our mortality. That's one of the craziest parts about being a sentient, sapient being. The fact that we could fucking contemplate the fact that we can die at any time. Jamie, I'm not saying that it's a simulation. Hear me out, fam. Mind you, you're late as fuck. Late as fuck. We've been doing this shit for a while. We've been talking about this for the past couple days. The idea is this: if this were a simulation, there are simulators doing the simulation. The simulators would have to be at least a Kardashev type 4 civilization in order to reach the point where they have mastered the laws of physics and the laws of fucking science such that they can replicate the whole shit. So for a civilization such as us here right now to reach that point where we could simulate a whole universe, we would have to master the laws of physics. We would have to master technology. We would have to understand how we could evolve. And the whole point is, why put a cap on what we are capable of? Why put a cap on whether or not we could get to the point of simulating universes? Because we're already doing that right now in a smaller level. That's why we have video games, which inspired the simulation hypothesis in the modern age. That's why The Matrix was such a huge hit. That's why it's my favorite movie, because it calls into question what reality is. And if you take our current reality to its logical conclusion, why would we not want to work to the point of being able to simulate the universe? Why would we not want to be able to understand as much as we could about reality so that we could replicate it to further understand it? So we could understand aspects of it that we previously didn't understand before. Because, as an example, there are aspects of our reality that we probably will never be able to figure out unless we're able to master it. As an example, as I talked earlier about, we have the James Webb Space Telescope, which is currently at the L2 Lagrange point, discovering some of the oldest galaxies to ever exist. The only reason why we're able to detect these galaxies is what's called red shifting, because it takes light a very long time to travel throughout space. And not only that, but the space itself is constantly expanding, and as a matter of fact, it is rapidly accelerating in its expansion, right? So what that means is the further and further and further away something is, the redder and redder and redder and redder it appears, right? And that is what was so great about the James Webb Space Telescope, is that it can detect things in the infrared. So even though the infrared is invisible to our naked eyes, it is a part of the light spectrum that the James Webb Space Telescope specializes in, so it can detect things that we cannot see just with our naked eyes, things that even the Hubble Space Telescope can't see. Right? So because of that, it helps us to understand different things about the universe that we previously had no idea about. And this came as a result of our continued search in the understanding of the nature of reality, the nature of physics, material science, all these different things. These galaxies have never been seen before in all of human history. Never ever been detected before, as a result of time dilation. But there may be other phenomena, other aspects of reality that we might not be aware of. There might be aspects of the nature of reality, quantum physics and shit like that, that we've never been able to figure out. So if we wanted to figure it out, we got to do the best we can to try to understand it, to build our tools so that they can develop even better capabilities, so they can make even more mind-blowing discoveries, so that they improve our ability to understand more accurately this reality that we inhabit. And so then, if we were able to develop the capability of simulating the Bonnie universe that we inhabit, how then, or should I say, why would we do that? Why would we want to simulate this reality? What would be the purpose of simulating reality? Why would we want to reach the point of developing simulations such as this Bonnie universe? Perhaps because there are aspects of history that we just don't know and will never know unless we develop the capability of simulating. Whether we're talking about aspects of our own history, if we're talking about and I'm talking about human history throughout the ages, where we can pop into different points of time and find the answers to some of the biggest questions that have plagued us in our society. Who killed JFK? Was Jesus a real person? Exactly, Jamie. Change the game to our favor. And so I'm using simulation hypothesis as a metaphor for real life, because the reality is we have no understanding of what the nature of reality is. We don't know. There's all different sorts of proposals, all different forms, or should I say hypotheses, in cosmology, and none of them have proven their claim to be correct, which is why we need to do the work of further researching the understanding of the cosmos, whether the universe is all there is, whether there's something more to it, if it's a universe, a multiverse, a simulation, an E8 lattice, the fucking M theory, string theory, or some other theory that this universe is. Exactly. Where is Cleopatra? Was there a great flood? Did Atlantis actually exist? How did the fucking Mayans die? Who burned the Library of Alexandria? And was the Library of Alexandria really as great as it was touted to be? What were the contents of the books that were burned in the library? How tall was Napoleon actually? Was George Washington a real person? How do you know? Or we could go even further back and say, okay, the first 20 years of the universe's existence post the Big Bang. The Big Bang happens, and then there could be all sorts of phenomena that we aren't even aware of. Things that only could have been seen at that time back in the day, back in that time where there was nobody there to see it. So it brings us back to the question, if a fucking tree falls in the forest and nobody's there to hear it, did it make a sound? That question becomes even more profound when you consider the totality of reality, that before humanity, 13.7 billion years happened before we were even able to contemplate any of this shit? So not only are we trying to figure out the universe while we're in it, we're trying to figure out the simulation while we're in it. We don't even fully understand the beginning to begin with. We're just thrust here, existing, just here. No strategy guide, no tips and tricks, not even a user manual. You don't even have a manual that says, okay, look, this is the Bonnie Life Simulator. Here, we're going to explain to you the basic instructions, the basic controls, the basic characters, and what you are trying to accomplish. You are you. You are here. You are in this simulation where the goal is... There's nothing. There's nothing. We're running around like a bunch of chickens with our heads cut off because nobody knows shit about funk, and we live in a hyper-normalized civilization where people love to pretend like they know what the fuck they're talking about, but at the end of the day, they don't know shit. I feel like the modern-day Socrates at times because I live in a civilization where all these people around me are just making these bold declarations, baseless assertions, nonsensical claims, and when you demand that they demonstrate any of it, they produce nothing. They produce nothing. And not only do they produce nothing, but they act bold and belligerent and obnoxious as fuck about it. They act like you, me, us, like we're the crazy people because we don't just assert that their ancient sci-fi fantasy novel is the source of all truth. That it does not at all help us to become the great simulators that we hope to become in the fucking future. That's why I question the nature of reality. That's why I question the nature of the matrix that we actually inhabit. That's why I talk about simulation hypothesis. Because at the end of the day, and I said this earlier on the last stream, theism is just the fucking watered down version of the simulation hypothesis. It's just the pseudo-intellectual form of the simulation hypothesis. Because at the end of the day, theists believe in the great programmer, the great game developer in the sky. But the thing is, if we took their argument at face value, if we said, hey, you know what, let's just accept it on its face. And we're not talking about any particular brand of theism, any particular brand of delusion, doesn't matter, whichever version. If there was something out there that existed that created everything, why would it interact with the game sprites that it created? If you play video games, do you have any personal attachment to non-playable characters in the game? Let's say you're playing Ghost of Tsushima. You're playing God of War. You're playing any fucking game. A RPG, a action game, a platformer, whatever the fuck. In fact, let's keep it simple. You're playing Mario, right? You're playing Mario, Super Duper Mario. You run around jumping on motherfuckers, jumping on Koopas, jumping on other Koopas, jumping on Bowser, jumping on all of these motherfuckers. Are you sitting here being like, damn, I feel really bad for that Goomba, man. Like, he just walked off the edge of the cliff and committed suicide for no fucking reason. That motherfucker needed motherfucking mental help. I swear to God, I wish that it understood that it was okay. Even though you have wings, you can fly, but you're going to choose to jump off the side of the cliff. What a waste of life. What a waste of life. That Goomba, that motherfucking King Koopa could have did some amazing great things in life if it just understood its value as a person. Of course not. Of course you're not thinking like that. You jumping on his face so that you can get his ass the fuck on somewhere so you can go and find the princess. You're not giving a fuck about any individual Goomba, King Koopa, or any of these motherfucking ghosts that want to fucking pop up. You're not giving a fuck about motherfucking Bowser. Fuck Bowser. I'm trying to beat the game. We are trying to beat the game. But we here in this civilization are thrust in this game where we don't even understand what this game even is. And now we have been thrust in a society full of people who want to play these goofy ass games with our minds, goofy ass games with our intelligence, fucking with our brain, gaslighting us, projecting their nonsense onto us so that they can waste all of our valuable time so that we don't actually accomplish anything tangible or reasonable. So that we don't actually solve the various problems that we face as a human race and as American citizens, which is why we are walking around pretending like everything is so wonderfully perfect, and in reality, everything is bullshit, senseless, nonsense, ridiculous bullshit. That's why we have to ask, what are we doing? What is it all for? Why can't we have real conversations about reality? Why do people work so diligently to shield themselves from the realities of reality? These people, they want to subscribe to this weird ancient sci-fi fantasy fucking simulation idea, and they would rather worship the great digital fucking programmer in the sky than to do the hard work of learning programming so that they can become the great digital fucking programmer in the sky. See, at the end of the day, people think small. People think so small. People are not encouraged to think big. That's why people don't care about cosmology. And I'm guilty. When I was a kid, I used to hate science. I used to think science was so fucking boring. Boring. It was hard. It was boring, but more importantly, and this is the biggest issue for me, I didn't understand the purpose of science. I didn't understand the value of science because our society does not teach the value of science, does not teach the value of the scientific method, does not actually properly teach kids about what is so wonderful about it, what's so valuable about it, why it's the best tool that we have for understanding the nature of reality. Because at the end of the day, and I've said this before, we have what's called the theism industrial complex. You have all these different religions and religious institutions. You have these religious individuals that gain quite a bit of wealth and success and power from selling this scam, this product, this MLM scam that doesn't even exist in real life. They're selling a scam. They're selling this idea of a simulation that doesn't even exist. That's why I ask these fools, when they talk about heaven and hell, and they talk about demons and spirits and souls and all that shit, I ask these fools, what the hell are y'all talking about? What are y'all talking about? These people are some of the most ignorant, nerdy nerds in the world, right? Imagine fans of Dungeons and Dragons, fans of Harry Potter, fans of fucking Lord of the Rings, really walking around pretending like that shit is real life. And that we need to really, really take that shit seriously, because if we don't, we're going to go to the naughty place. We're going to go to the terrible place if we don't actually fucking pay attention to the sci-fi bullshit. Exactly. That's exactly how religion started. But see, here's my thing. I talk about theism all the time But it's not even so much theism inherently that's the problem, so much as it is bullshit, because there's all different forms of bullshit. You got theism, you got spirituality, which is like pseudo-theism, it's kind of sometimes, but not fully. You got conspiracy theories, all kinds of ridiculous concepts. And look, I'm not saying all conspiracy theories, because we know that there are conspiracy theories that are true, that have been proven. It's all about being a skeptic. It's all about having direction. It's about being knowledgeable and wise and having an actual focus of trying to solve problems and trying to reach higher levels. Like when you're playing the video game, you want to fucking level up. You want to level up. When you're when you're playing Super Mario, one of the first things you want to do is get a mushroom. Why? So you can get bigger. Why? So that you don't just die after one hit. Then you want to get the motherfucking fire mushroom. I mean, not the fire mushroom, the fire flower. Or you want to get the feathers so you can fly. You want to get the motherfucking metal cap so that you can stomp motherfuckers and shit. You want to do the things that help you to improve upon your ability to pass the level so that you can move on to the next level so that ultimately you can beat the game. But if you don't know how to play the game to begin with, how the hell could you ever hope to complete it? Let alone platinum that shit so you can get the reward. Hell yeah, that's why you turned into me. How you think I feel? Why you think I'm here and I'm not fucking in some huge conference center talking about this shit? Because they don't want us there talking about this shit because they're too busy making their money with their fucking bullshit. See, check this out. Jamie, thank you for being here. And then whoever else is here, thank y'all for being here. Hit that like button. But yeah, I mean, I have been an outcast my entire life from the beginning. I know what it's like to deal with hate because I've always been the biggest, most hated person. And literally, I was the nerd and the fat kid all through growing up. So I know what it's like to be ostracized. I know what it's like to be looked at like a super weirdo. But see, the thing that I realized, right, all my life, I've tried to fit in. I tried to understand people. I tried to understand how I could be cool. I tried to understand how I could get people to like me. I tried to understand what I could do to fit in. And then I realized, in reality, everybody's fake. Why would I try to fit in with a bunch of fake-ass people? And even though I think I'm a pretty decent actor, I'm not that good of an actor. I'm not trying to be fake all the time with people I don't know or don't understand and don't really care to understand. I mean, I tried to, but then I realized these people don't make any fucking sense. So then I had to realize, you know what? Fuck trying to fit in. Fuck these fake ass goofies. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. And I'm literally the worst one for them to be stunting on. I've been the biggest standout of all these goofies, yet I'm the one they want to stunt on. So you know what? I'm going to go do my own thing. And I'm going to show these goofies, as crazy as it may seem, I'm going to show them that we are the best over here. That we have the best ideas. We have the correct ideas, the best ideas, the most lucrative, the most useful ideas. Because these ideas are irrefutable. These goofy motherfuckers can try as they might. They can try as hard as they can. They cannot deny the logic, the reason, the fact-based evidence. They would have to be literally fighting against logic to try to fucking purport their nonsense, which is what they do. Which is why I tell y'all, that's why I beseech y'all, that's why I beg y'all all the time. Hit the like, hit the follow, hit the subscribe. Check me out here, check me out there. Follow this, follow that. Because we got to get the numbers up. At the end of the day, people are fickle as fuck. They don't care about truth. They don't care about facts. They don't care about substance. They care about the superficial shit. They care about the numbers. They care about the numbers. They care about the numbers. They don't care how you get the numbers. As long as you got the numbers, they're cool. Had one of my friends, shout out to my homie Lazy A, sent me a link to one of those music reviewers, right? I haven't responded to him about this, but I will. Fuck those music reviewers. Fuck the gatekeepers. See, the gatekeepers, they think they're the shit. They love to have that power of being able to let people in or to push them away. They get a kick out of it. It's like the prisoner experiment. Motherfuckers gain positions of power and it gets to their head to the point where they will actually actively make the situation unlivable, untenable. They will make it worse because they are so power hungry that they gain a kick out of actually exerting their power, even to the detriment of everybody else. That's what the prisoner experiment showed us, that the people that gain the positions of power, they abuse it. They abuse their power and they make the situation horrible for everybody experiencing it. And that's exactly what we're dealing with right now in our society, in our American society. We are a nation that's run by these power-hungry fucking narcissists who don't care about anything but their continued wealth and their continued adulation, their continued admiration. The people believing that these motherfuckers are so wonderful and amazing and so great, when they're doing absolutely nothing to help us create a well-functioning society for ourselves, when they're doing everything possible to ensure that we stay the same at this level, in this state of stagnation, because they are the ones who benefit the most from it, despite the fact that we are gaining nothing collectively. And that this is actually harming them as well. Because no matter what, they still got to breathe the same air. They still got to drink the same water. They still got to deal with the microplastics too. They got microplastics in their fucking bloodstream too. They got microplastics in their ding-dongs too. So why the fuck are we the type of civilization that's just going to be cool with that? That's just going to be okay with that? That's going to say, you know what? Yeah, this is good. This is cool. This is fine. You know, like the fucking, the meme? Matter of fact, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about, but I'm gonna show y'all anyway. This is us as a society. This is us as a society right now. You know exactly what I'm talking about. This is us. Everything's on fire, but we're pretending like it's totally fine. That's the hyper-normalization shit I was talking about. In a way, we already are living in a simulation. We're living in the state of hyper-normalization, where we all can see everything is fucked up, but we just walk around pretending like it's not. We allow these goofy advertisers, we allow the talking heads to tell us everything's totally fine. Didn't you see the job numbers? Didn't you see the stock market numbers? They're all on the up and up and up and up and up. So don't worry, everything's wonderful, everything's perfect. Even though I showed y'all earlier that the United States ranks 132 on the Global Peace Index. And I don't know about you, but I'm trying to be number one. Why can't we become number one? Why aren't we even in the top 100? Why can't we aim for being better? If there's a such thing as the great simulator in the sky, that motherfucker would have had to figure this shit the fuck out. They would have been able to pass through this shit, this crazy situation that we found ourselves in. They would have been able to break through in some form or fashion. That's the reason why I talk about the Kardashev scale. That's the reason why I talk about the great simulator in the sky. Because if we accepted the simulation hypothesis as truth, that would necessitate that some civilization would have had to advance to a point where they could become that simulator. So that's why the Fermi paradox is so fascinating. Because we have yet to detect any other kind of civilization out in the universe. But if the simulation hypothesis was actually true, then that means there's some there has to be some kind of life. Because something had to evolve to be able to simulate this life. So then I ask, why couldn't that simulator be us? Why can't we be the ones to be the simulators? But see, this is the mind fuck of it all, right? Because like I say, if simulation hypothesis is true, that means that we are the simulators. We literally created ourselves. But what that means also is that if we created ourselves as the simulators, then we created ourselves in the simulation. We created ourselves in the simulation. I do believe I'm seeing the messages, yes. I think I'm seeing the messages. If that's the last message you sent, then yes. That's what I'm saying, Jamie. In the simulation, we would have to be constantly evolving and reaching higher levels to the point where we become this higher level. Where we actually become this higher level. And if that's possible, then why would we not want to reach that level? Why would we not want to reach that level? What reason, what good reason could anybody possibly purport as to why we shouldn't aspire to reach these heights? And second of all, if it's possible that we could reach these heights, such heights, then why would we not work together interdependently with synergy to reach these heights? Why are so many people on this planet, particularly here in this country of America, so content with the current state that we are in right now? Why are they content with wasting time and giving useless thoughts and prayers instead of contributing to finding actual solutions that will contribute to our constant evolution, our constant improvement, our constant advancement? See, because my whole thing about all of this is I am discontent. I am discontent with this current state of affairs. And I have no idea how anybody could claim to be a sensible person and be content with this shit. That people could say, hey, let's keep doing the same failed shit. Let's continue the same failing behaviors and just tell ourselves that this is totally useful. But see, that's the problem, Jay. That mindset is exactly the problem. Why we gotta wait to the end? That's my question. Why we gotta wait to the end? That's why I say theism is suicidal. Why do you have to wait to die? I've had so many people in real life that I know who said, well, you ain't gonna know until you die. You ain't gonna know till you die. And I'm like, there's so many things wrong with that. Because first of all, you're talking to me as if you know, but you're just as alive as I am. So basically what you're saying is that you don't know and that you can't confirm it because you admit that you won't know until you die. But then the question becomes for me, well, why we gotta wait till we die? Why can't we do it while we're alive? Why can't we find the answers while we are alive? Why do we have to die? Matter of fact, let's keep it there. Why do we have to die to begin with? Why do we have to die? And second of all, why do we have to die to find answers when we could find them while we are alive? How can you sit here and tell me that your way is the truth and the light, but your way values having to die? We have to die. to achieve anything. And that's why theism is a scam. That's why it's the greatest, longest running scam in human history. Because they're teaching motherfuckers not to think, not to ponder, not to learn. Just give us your money, and one of these days, one day in the far, far future, you will secure your spot in the hotel of heaven, the heaven hotel, where we will make sure that you get your nice little comfy room in the fucking, the cloud. Yeah, in the cloud. You can upload your consciousness into the heaven cloud, and then you will secure your nice place. You ever seen this TV show called Upload? It's a TV show on Amazon. All right, I've only seen the well, I think there's only 2 seasons of the show. Fantastic show. Y'all should check it out if you haven't already. But the show is basically about this dude who is with this chick. He's with this rich chick. And she's like really obsessed with the dude. I don't. But anyway, this chick is super obsessed with the dude. She wants to get married to the dude. Dude's like, I mean, you're cool, but you ain't like that though. And then this chick ends up getting this dude killed. Yeah, basically that's what it's about. His current girlfriend got him killed. And uploaded his consciousness to the cloud, to the Afterlife app. And because she's rich, she can pay for his amenities because, you know, capitalism. And yeah, he ends up falling in love with one of I don't know how you call it, like she's like a manager slash an angel, kind of like she communicates directly with him like an angel. And of course she's pretty, so she's like, oh my god, you fine as hell, you finer than my girl. The reason I bring this up is because, I mean, it's the parallels to theism are obvious, right? That's one of the reasons why I talk about simulation hypothesis. That's one of the reasons why I talk about simulation hypothesis in reference to theism. Because theism is the simulation hypothesis. It's just a way worse version, a way less thought out version of it. A version that's non-scientific, that didn't account for the laws of physics and shit like that. But see, now that we're in this modern age of machine learning and stuff like that, we can contemplate these concepts like heaven, the concept of heaven being some app that we upload our consciousness to, which is basically what the Christian folklore is. Oh, there's this place, or like, you know, any of these different religions. You know, oh, like we have the app where, you know, the Islam app where when you die, you upload your consciousness and you can have your way with all kinds of virgins. Right? See, it's like these societies, they didn't think these things through because they didn't have technology and they weren't the technologists. They were just people who just were fantastical and came up with these ideas, probably suffering from various psychological disorders, who thought that this shit made sense, so they put it out there. And they worship and worship and worship the shit, but at the end of the day, they haven't demonstrated how these concepts are actually useful, especially in light of modern society where we actually have the scientific method, where we have all these different tools that help us to better understand reality. Well, that's the issue, Jay. That is the point. That's one of the reasons why I talk about all these different concepts. It's why I talk about things like enshittification and planned obsolescence and hypernormalization. Because we have what's called the innovation paradox, the paradox of progress, right? You would think that with constantly evolving technology that we would constantly evolve and improve our society. But in many ways, the technologists, the people who own the tech, the people that own the companies that own the tech, they care more about their own profits, their own control, than their effect on society. So in many respects, they ensure to inshitify their products and services, right? That's why I talk about simulation hypothesis. That's why I talk about games like, say, Call of Duty, fucking Madden, 2K. Because most users of these games, well, I won't say most users, but a large portion of users of these games, a large portion of the players, the purchasers of these games, they complain about the game every year. They took away this, they added this useless, horrible feature. They didn't change anything. Why does the game cost so much? It's the same thing every year. And yet they continuously buy it. They year after year after year, they buy the new one, they buy the new one, they buy the new one. And so it's like, well, if you actually had a problem with this different version, if you had a problem with the fact that they keep on doing the same shit, then why do you enable them to continuously do the same shit? Because you got to think about it from the company's perspective, right? And I'm putting my business cap on. I know I'm violating my own dress code. But I'm just I'm putting my thinking cap on. It just has business on it. If I'm a business, my main goal is to maximize shareholder profit. That's my goal. No, my goal is not to have the best possible product or service in the world so that I can be a fucking... No. Maximize shareholder profit. That's my goal. So I'm going to do the things that will maximize shareholder profit, even if it has a detrimental effect on the rest of society. Because I don't give a fuck about the rest of society. My goal is maximizing my profit. So if I find that I can actually make more money selling you a lesser version of a product or service, why the fuck would I not do that? Why would I not charge you more for the same shit? Why would I not remove features and make you have to pay for those same features that you used to get for free? Or that used to come with your purchase? No, now I'm saying you gotta pay me even more for the same shit or for less shit. Because if you agree to it, then hey, why wouldn't I? Why would I not want to make more money by providing you with less work? This is the type of backward society we have created. When the COVID pandemic happened, I made more money sitting right here, not doing shit, than the job I actually had pre-pandemic, running around the city of Chicago, putting my health at risk. Dealing with the horrible traffic all over the place. I made more money sitting right here not doing nothing than when I was busting my ass, working my ass off for crumbs, part-time. And in the same way, we have a society that is backwards, a society full of people who do not want to learn shit, who do not want to know shit, who don't want to contribute to our advancement because they don't want us to advance. We have moneyed interests that have convinced people far and wide to not learn, to not think, only learn these little things and to shut the fuck up. Who cares about anything else? Believe this bullshit and that's it. That's all there is. Just keep throwing your money at that shit. Keep believing that shit. And who cares whether that shit actually helps you, actually helps us as a society. Because I got mine. You got to go get yours. You got to give me yours, actually. Give me yours and then good luck getting yours. Give me yours and then good luck getting some more. That's the society we found ourselves in. It's not only dog eat dog, but it's also fuck the dog. Who cares about the dog? We love harming animals, harming people, to worship our bullshit thing that we want to believe because we just want to believe it for some reason. See, this is one of the reasons why I talk about mind control. That's why I talk about the fucking MK Ultra. I talk about COINTELPRO. I talk about Operation Mockingbird, because all of these different things were put into place to keep us docile, to keep us not fighting back, to keep us not thinking, not contemplating, so that we can choose against working interdependently with synergy to create a well-functioning society for ourselves. That's why it becomes so difficult for you to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, because they don't want the word getting out that we can do so much better, that we don't have to succumb to the two-party false dichotomy, that we don't have to succumb to these false choices that they present to us, that we can actually do so much better as a society. We can accomplish so much more right now if we all decided that we wanted to do it. But we have to collectively decide to do it. And the crazy part about all of it is that doing the thing isn't necessarily the hardest part. I mean, yeah, sure, there's so much science, there's so much machine learning and AI and fucking understanding, research and experimentation and all that. But that actually isn't the hard part. The hard part is getting the people, getting the masses, convincing the masses to agree to contributing to these endeavors, whether we're talking about actually actively participating in the fields or supporting those who are. We can't even have real conversations about what the fuck we are doing as an American nation and as a human species. That's why I always ask, what are we doing? What is it that we are hoping to accomplish? What are we trying to do? What is the purpose of humanity? What is our ultimate purpose? What are the goals that we are setting up for ourselves as a human race, as Americans, in the short term, in the long term? That's why I always say we got to go back to the drawing board. We got to go back to the code, the source code. We got to go back to the code. See, that's why I talk about the simulation hypothesis. That's why I talk about all these different things in relation to reality, to give you a frame of reference, a framework of thinking about these things. Whatever the reality is, whatever the cosmos is, whether it's a universe, a superverse, a multiverse, a simulation, whatever the fuck it is, our purpose should be trying to figure that out, to actually find the actual literal answer to these questions. How do we figure out what this crazy existence is? We already know. We have the best tools available, the scientific method. That is our best tool, and yet we are in a nation that fails miserably at math and science. Yet math and science are the things, I mean, and pretty much they go hand in hand. They're hand in hand. You can't do science without math. You have to measure things. You have to have data. You have to be able to quantify that data. You do that with the mathematics. So that's why it's STEAM, science, technology, engineering, the arts, and mathematics. STEAM, it's really STEAM. STEAM is our greatest tool for understanding the reality that we inhabit. Because by putting all these things together, using reason, logic, fact-based evidence as our fucking motivation for understanding, We improve our ability to understand, which allows us to build better tools that allows us to gain a greater ability to understand, and we create a positive feedback loop of this innovation, of this understanding, of this innovation, of this understanding, to the point where we become higher levels on the Kardashev scale, where we actually can level up. But see, the problem is that we live in a civilization that does not want to level up, that actively outright refuses, that fights against leveling up, that literally directly inhibits our ability to level up, which is why everything becomes so fucking difficult. That's why we've reached the state that we're in now of this crazy stagnation, where we have a political presidential election where everything is goofy as fuck. We know that the two main choices are insufficient for helping us achieve our goal of becoming the Kardashev Type 1 civilization. Neither of them even think about it, let alone talk about it, campaign on it, any of that shit. All of this shit is political show. It's a show, and it's a shit show. It's a shitty show that's become a shit show, and I want to flush that shit. I know that some of you out there might be crazy. You might think that shit is amazing. You might be a scatterratterist or whatever they fucking call that shit. I'm not a big shit fan. I don't deal with the shits. That shit can scat. That scat can scat. That scat can flush down the fucking toilet with the fucking toilet paper you wiped your ass with. Because I don't know how that shit helps us at all. That's why I ask, what are we doing? What are we doing? If this is all a simulation, then we need to be working to understand it. Whatever this existence is, we should be working to understand it. It doesn't matter if it's a simulation or not. The reality is that we need to be working to try to understand it, and we need to work interdependently with synergy so that we can understand it. And with this wisdom, we can work greater, greater, and greater. We can work better and better and better at creating a well-functioning society for ourselves, where we actually set ourselves up for the ability to level up as a society, as a human race, as Earthlings, and beyond, wherever that takes us, where we can expand out into the cosmos, catalog everything in existence, so we can understand existence as much as possible, so that we can reach higher levels to the point where we can simulate this existence, so we can understand it even more, and who knows how far the rabbit hole goes. Who knows? But I, for one, want to find out. And for us to level up, we have to collectively decide that that's exactly what we want to do. We want to level up. We want to improve. That's why I'm a transhumanist. That's why I'm an extropist. That's why we have to talk about this shit. Because I don't know about you, I'm trying to be a cyborg. I want to have super fucking speed. I want to have super vision, super hearing. I want to have super sensitivity where I can control it. I want to be able to get high as hell without suffering from addictions. I want to be able to experience different highs and different fucking states of mind where I am actually in a state of stasis and I can contemplate reality effectively and efficiently with my brain computer interface and my fucking quantum drugs that can fucking affect me and help me reach even beyond optimal levels, super optimal levels, levels that I didn't know were possible, where I can fucking travel through wormholes at the speed of a press of a button. At the press of a button, I had already traveled to 17,000 fucking quantum simulations. That's why I had to create the no cap zone, the no cap zone. That's the reason why y'all are here in the no cap zone with me, because y'all understand putting a cap on humanity is the worst thing we could possibly do. That's why I'm an anti-theist, because in my opinion, theism puts a cap on humanity. They say that that amazing fucking great programmer in the sky is something we need to revere, is something that we need to fucking worship. I say fuck that. Fuck worshiping him. Let's study him. If there's a him, a her, a them, a they, whatever the fuck these people claim it to be, let's try to figure it out so that we can become that and maybe even become better than that. Why can't we be the greatest of all time? Why can't we be the GOATs? Me, as an example, I'm a rapper, as many of you know, which is why you need to check out the Outrageous EP available on all streaming platforms. You can join the Discord, so you can check out the Furious Styles Volume 1 mixtape. You can ask my homies. That shit is the shit. That's why I say I'm the GOAT. I'm the greatest. Right? Because I'm setting a fucking bar and I set it at the highest because I believe that I could be the greatest. In fact, I believe I am the greatest. And I believe that I can demonstrate that with relative ease. You put me up against anyone, I will slaughter and destroy them on the mic because I do this. You can see my level of competency. You can see my level of intelligence and education. The way that I can fucking move with the words. The way that I can control the words, the verbiage, the flow, the cadence. That I can show y'all I really do this shit at a high level, and I don't care who out here thinks that they nice, they cool, they nice, but that shit ain't that John Blaze shit. That shit ain't that ultimate rage shit. The rage is the dude that's the greatest, most amazing on your radio station, but they want to play him and not play him or pay him. What the fuck is they saying? I'm about to start Super Saiyan. Hit them so hard, they ain't got no chance for recuperation. I'm trying to spread this out all through the nation. Say whatever you want about theism, you can't save it. They think they're talking to this God that's a hallucination. They think they know shit without knowing shit. That's a stupid statement. They keep making all these stupid claims. What are these goofies saying? That shit sounds fantastical. They should get into movie making. Because clearly, what they're talking about is not reality. They're not talking about how we can understand reality more. They aren't talking about understanding anything. All they want to do is read the same old shit over and over and over again and think that that gives them wisdom. How could that possibly be the case? How can you ever think that people in ancient times had such great wisdom that we need to go back to that time? And there's still so much to discover and determine and to figure out, to learn, to catalog about reality, about our existence. These people do not want to engage in that at all. And we're talking about billions upon billions of people all over the world, all over the fucking American nation, millions upon millions of people in America. Sure, some of them are pro-science. Some of them do support the scientific method, but large portions of them don't. And even among some of those that do, many of the ones that do are compromised because of their ridiculous belief system. That's why it's so important that we challenge everything. That's why I had to create the No Cap Zone. Because here we try to be as objective as possible because you like me, want to understand what the fuck this is. And we are not content with, well, some guy back in the day said, let there be light, and that was it. Oh yeah, Jesus was walking around and he sacrificed himself for our sins because our sins were so horrible, and so the Lord had to send himself as himself to himself, sacrifice himself to himself, and blah. What the fuck are these motherfucking nerds talking about? Okay, look. I understand that in the year 24 AD, that might have been a really cool story, bro. That might have been really cool because, you know, they didn't have soap back then. They didn't have toothbrushes back then. They didn't know, hey, if you're suffering from leprosy, take some penicillin and that shit might help you out. Motherfuckers thought that the shit was demonic possession or some shit. Motherfuckers can't even demonstrate to us that there are such things as demons. It never occurred to them that it could be just some natural phenomena that they have yet to understand, which is why the scientific method is the best tool for our understanding. That's why technology, along with our research capabilities, are our best tools for understanding, using logic, reason, and fact-based evidence to actually effectively use them. That helps us to understand reality, so then we can manipulate that reality to our collective benefit, so that whatever issues that we have, whatever conditions that we experience, whatever situations and symptoms we might feel, we can actually figure that shit out and solve it, treat it, come up with better treatments, more effective treatments, treatments that are more tailored to you and your needs and your physiology. Because maybe this pill might affect you this way, but that pill might affect you better. It might not affect you might only affect you in the ways that you need it. But so many among us are content with not doing shit. They're content with sitting around praying and hoping and wishing, praying and hoping and wishing, praying, hoping, wishing, praying, hoping, wishing. Knock it off! Thousands of years and that's all y'all got? Really? By the way, where's everybody at? Are y'all still here? Because I haven't seen anything after Why Can't We Do That with Girls Right Now today. Are y'all still here with me? Let me know if you're here, because the chat be acting weird these days. I need to know y'all are still here with me, because I'm not seeing no comments after Why Can't We Do That with Girls Right Now by Jay. JJ! Must be an issue. Must be an issue again with the chat. Yep. I figured it was, because I ain't been seeing no comments for a while again. See, this is why these motherfuckers keep fucking with me, man. I don't know if any of these numbers are correct. It says it's 6 people. I don't know if I'm seeing 6 people. I see that y'all are saying y'all are still here in the fucking Discord, but I can't see it on here in the chat. Yeah, they're blocking all messages. I can't see none of y'all at all. And that's what's so crazy. It looks like the number just went up. And yeah, I can't see none of y'all comments whatsoever. I restarted my phone and everything. But see, this is the reason why I talk about simulation hypothesis. Because this is exactly the issue that I talk about. The great programmers would want to ensure that the program works as intended, so it doesn't have these kinds of bugs, right? Like when I record these fucking lives and shit, and they upload to YouTube, you can't see the fucking chat replay, even though I have chat replay on. Why is that? I don't know. Is that a bug or is it a feature? Who knows? But see, if there was a great programmer, surely the programmer could make a patch, could make a fix, can make an update to say, hey, oh shit, here's this problem that we have, let's fix it, so then it could get fixed, and then we can see, oh shit, that makes sense. Richard, thank you. Oh, sold out, what up? It says the chat is having issues. Funny how that works, right? Funny how we're talking about the nature. By the way, hit the fucking like button. What the hell is wrong with you? Hit the like button. We can't crack the code if you won't crack that fucking like button. We gotta crack the algorithm. So I need you to crack that like so we can crack the algorithm so we can crack the code. Crack the like button. Crack the fucking algorithm, crack the fucking code. That's how it works. You crack the like, crack the algorithm, crack the code. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. You know what it is. We on YouTube. We got to do the YouTube shit. We got to crack the fucking algorithm so we can crack the code. So crack that like button. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for coming through. Well, really sucks that I can't see your fucking comments. It's really pissing me the fuck off. So here's what you need to do. Yes, I did upload the live I did yesterday. I thought that I fucking turned off the I thought I made it public, but I don't know. Yeah, see, this is what I hate about social media. There's all these issues. We're still in this weird time. But look, check it out. Since I can't see y'all shits, since I can't see y'all comments, I'm gonna need y'all to join that Discord, because I'm about to get up in there. You can't see the live I did yesterday. That's really fucking whack, because I swear I made it public. And it was a doozy. If you didn't see it, you missed it. It was fucking crazy. I was going crazy. I'm not even gonna stunt. I thought it was one of my best lives. I really wish that the numbers could have been better, but I swear to God, the fucking the substance of my live was awesome. It was amazing. The shit we was talking about was legit as fuck. And this is typical of what we do on a constant basis. This is what we do. This ain't nothing. There's so much for us to talk about. I barely even scratched the surface in terms of what we could accomplish. But like I said, I need you to join the Discord if you haven't already. I have links to everything on my page. On my page here, everything's in my link. So join the Discord. Check out the Ultimate Rage Furious Styles Volume 1 mixtape, which you can find in the OD9 music tab. The OD9 music tab. That's where I got all my music. Check it out. It's fire as fuck. It's my best work to date. And check out the Outrageous EP available on all streaming platforms. All streaming platforms. The Ultimate Rage Outrageous EP available on all streaming platforms. I'm trying to see why this video is not public. It's pissing me off. Because it should be. I thought I made it public. Oh, it's not public. Why the fuck is it? I swear I turned it to public. Publish. Now it's up there. I'm just going to have to figure out how I can make it so that it makes everything public. Because it defaults to private and that kind of pisses me off. But anywho, yeah, join the Discord because I'm about to get off of here and go over there. I also made the first previous live public. I did a live before this one, and I had to stop it because of this very issue we're experiencing right now. The chat not fucking updating. It has not updated since Jay said, why can't we do that with girls right now today? I don't know how long ago that was. It had to be at least 30 minutes ago. And I have not seen any comments since then. I don't know what the fuck is going on with YouTube with this fucking comment shit. That shit's pissing me off. So, thank you for coming through. Make sure you, fucking follow me everywhere at the Ultimate Rage. Make sure that you join the Patreon. I just uploaded a gang of music in there yesterday. Some old tracks that I made from back in 2010 that are still fire to this day. And I got a new track that's going to release there on the Patreon this Sunday at 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time for $5 a month. All you have to do is just sign up. Bam! You get access to behind-the-scenes content, additional bonus content, first dibs on everything. First dibs on everything. The music, the videos, all that shit. When the new music video is done, you will first be updated there on the Patreon. You will first see it there on the Patreon. It's gonna be amazing. Before it is fucking released here on YouTube. YouTube is where we will premiere it publicly. But to all the patrons, you will have first dibs to everything. Yeah, everything. Whatever. So check it out, $5 a month. The low price of $5 a month. You get all this shit. Thank you for coming through to my live. We'll be back tomorrow, more than likely, at the same time. Depends on how things go tomorrow. I might need to take care of some shit. But, yeah, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. We doing lives. We're doing it live! Fuck it! All right? But right now, effective immediately, after every live, we're going to the Discord. We're going to kick it. We're going to shoot the shit. Maybe watch some shit, talk some shit, and kick it for a little bit. Every day after the live, we're going straight to the Discord. So right now, and I mean right now, if you haven't already, join the Discord, and I hope to see you there right now. This has been another presentation of the No Cap Zone, where we have a strict dress code. Now get the fuck off with that cap and shit. All right? You show some respect when you enter the No Cap Zone. You knock it off with that cap and shit, or you will be forcefully removed. And you can move the hell around. For those of you rock with your boy, thank y'all. I love y'all. If I don't see you in the Discord, enjoy your weekend. If I don't see you this weekend, and we're going to keep it going, we're going to bring some fucking sense to the world. All right? Onward to the Discord. Holla at your boy. Thank you. Love you. Thank you. Thank you.